Welcome to this very special episode of Variant. I'm your host, Arris. Now, what makes this episode so special, may you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's a Fanboy's Christmas list. Or more specifically, what this fanboy wants for Christmas, and or what I think would be awesome presents for any fanboy or fangirl. To help me share what I think would be some awesome gifts for this Christmas, I went to one of my favorite toy stores, the Lost Toys in Dallas, Texas, to shoot some B-roll of all the stuff I'm going to talk about today. So let's talk about some toys, because besides comic books, that's what I love the most. Well, I mean, clearly I love my wife the most. Love you, honey. Kicking this fanboy's Christmas list off is the Marvel Legends Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. I'm a huge fan of the Marvel Legends line, and this wave is fantastic. It consists of Kraven the Hunter, Misty Knight, White Tiger, Superior Venom, Ghost Rider, Chameleon, and my favorite of the wave, Classic Scarlet Spider. Each one of the figures comes with an extra piece, and if you get them all, you can build an awesome Rhino action figure. My favorites of the wave have to be the Scarlet Spider figure, which I just mentioned, but also Superior Venom and Ghost Rider. I mean, just look at that Ghost Rider. All he needs is his bike and he'd be perfect. The going rate for each of these figures is about $20 depending on where you get them. Now, this isn't the end of the Marvel Legends on my list. There's also the Marvel Legends Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave. If you love Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor from Avengers Age of Ultron and want to own a mini one to display on your desk, then you need to pick up this line. This series consists of War Machine, who's always a fan favorite, Marvel Now Iron Man, Vision, Blizzard, Valkyrie, Thundra, and my favorite of the wave, Doctor Strange. I love the costume design on this figure. If Benedict Cumberbatch looks like this in the movie, I'll be extremely happy. Each figure in this wave also comes with an extra piece, but this time to build the Hulkbuster armor. Basically what I'm saying is, this would be the perfect gift for any fan of Marvel or Avengers Age of Ultron. Each figure in this wave also goes for around $20. Stepping out of the world of Marvel, we have my favorite line that is currently out right now, DC Collectibles, Batman the Animated Series, and the new Batman Adventures action figure line. This line is absolutely fantastic. They look ripped right out of the cartoons and are just all around a spitting image of Bruce Timm's art style. These are the Batman Animated Series action figures I've been waiting for since I was a kid. Don't get me wrong, I love the original action figures, but these are way better. The detail and articulation is insane on these figures. What's really cool is each figure comes with episode-specific accessories, like Riddler coming with his display of puzzle toys from the episode Riddler's Reform, or Two-Face coming with accessories from the episode Sins of the Father, and so on. As you can see, they've released quite a few figures already, and these aren't even all of them. They even released the Batman Animated Series Batmobile that actually lights up, and you can even fit Batman and Robin inside the cockpit. I have the Batmobile, and I must say the thing is awesome and huge. It's definitely an awesome display piece. So if you're a Batman fan or know someone who loves Batman, any of these figures would be great to get someone for the holiday season. The figures go for $25 each, and the Batmobile goes for about $100 depending where you get it. But now that brings us to probably what will be one of the most sought after collectible lines this year, and that is the Star Wars Black Series, featuring all the new characters from Star Wars The Force Awakens. But before I talk about that, here's me pretending to be a Jedi. There was no real reason for me to show you that. I just really wanted to show you that clip. Anyway, the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series line is incredible and a must-have for any Star Wars fan or collector. The line has all the characters from The Force Awakens, like the already fan-loved Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma is actually pretty hard to find, so if you see her, grab her. Older Black Series waves have classic characters like my two favorite Sith Lords, Darth Vader and Darth Maul, and even the Jedi Master, Yoda. Basically, if you want your favorite Star Wars character to display on your desk or shelf, the Black Series is where you should get it, because they come with awesome accessories and are highly detailed and posable. They go for around $20 depending on where you get it. Phasma actually goes for around $40 to $50 if you find her somewhere else besides a Target, Walmart, or Toys R Us, etc., because she's hard to come by. Also Star Wars, but not the Black Series, is the BB-8 Droid Sphere. This thing was almost impossible to get on Force Friday, and that's because it's friggin' awesome. You control it with an app you download on your smartphone, and you can even give it voice commands. BB-8's head stays upright for the most part and rotates just like in the movie. Basically, this thing is awesome for any adult or kid who wants to own their own personal miniature BB-8. It's a little bit on the pricey side, however, going for $150 depending on where you get it. So if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, everything I just showed you and more you can get at the Lost Toys. And this Black Friday, their toys and collectibles will be up to 70% off, so it's a perfect time to get this stuff. They'll also be having a McFarlane Toys liquidation sale with toys starting at just $1. So if you like action figures and collectibles or anything of the sort and live in the area, be sure to head over to the Lost Toys. I'll put all the details for their store in the description below. But this shindig isn't over, friends. I also got a chance to talk to Diamond Select Toys, Mezco Toys, and Sideshow Collectibles while I was at New York Comic Con. So let's look at some more awesome stuff. We're at New York Comic Con with Pierre at the Mezco toy booth. So right now we're standing in front of the Mortal Kombat case. So tell us a little bit about this.
All right, well, we got the Mortal Kombat license earlier in the year, and we've been developing a lot of product for Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 10,
right,
which is obviously the 10th game in the series, and it's been doing tremendously well for us.
Cool.
So what you're seeing here is Series 1 of 6-inch, Series 2 of 6-inch, 12-inch coming later in the year. We've also got some 4-inch, which are going to be coming, it says winter 2016, probably early next year for those.
Okay.
Bobbleheads, which are out, and then some plush and some Mezits. We've done action figures for a while. We've done action kind of staction figures.
Right.
So this is the first time in a while that we've gotten back to really articulated figures.
Right.
So it's exciting for us on the production side of things, making them.
Right.
And we're just glad that they're resonating so well with the customer base.
Now we're moving over to the Mezco Toys 112 line. This is basically, we got Batman up here, then we go into some Judge Dredd. But tell us a little bit about this line, because this line is, they're basically, not to really compare, but it's like a 6-inch Hot Toys, because they're highly detailed. They got cloth, like everything, heads, changeable heads and stuff. So tell us a little bit about that.
That's actually exactly what we're going for. I mean, Hot Toys set an absolute standard in the industry.
Right.
And you can't really compete with them at 12-inch. A lot of people are doing 12-inch.
Right.
No one's doing 12-inch like Hot Toys is.
Right.
So it occurred to us that we might be able to create our own kind of niche and do what Hot Toys does at half the scale, half the price. So that's what we tried to do. Our Dark Knight figure launched late last year.
Okay.
Did tremendously well. We've done several variations of it basically because they keep selling out.
Right.
And there's demand for it. From there, we moved on to Mutant Leader that came in a 2-pack with Batman over the summer at San Diego. Mutant Leader will also be released separately later in the fall with different accessories and alternate heads and hands. Then we've got Judge Dredd, who's actually shipping very soon. We have a black and white exclusive here at the show.
Cool.
The black version is shipping in the next couple weeks, I believe. And then we've also got the Lawmaster coming, his trusty steed, which is actually going to have lights and sounds. So the headlights will light up, the spotlight lights up, there's a computer display on the top.
Okay.
It's got cannon sounds, engine revving sounds. It's going to be a monster.
Now, does that come with a figure, or is that separate?
We're going to do both.
Okay.
We know because the figure is shipping solo right now, the black version, we're going to have a black version available by itself to go with that figure.
Right.
We're also going to do a bundle with a blue figure and a blue bike.
Okay.
We're also going to have a black and white bike to go with the black and white figure that we have. So we're covering all our bases.
Okay, getting everything. We're at New York Comic Con at the Diamond Select booth with Zach. So you guys have a lot of awesome properties, but start off with some DC stuff.
We got a lot of DC stuff coming up.
Right.
The entire DC animated universe, the classic cartoons, is our playground. So we're doing resin busts, vinyl banks, PVC statues, and also resin statues, and bottle openers, and cookie jars, all sorts of crazy stuff from Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, and Justice League.
Cool.
And that's all. We're starting to roll that stuff out in the next couple of weeks. You're going to start seeing the first PVC statues. We've been doing some exclusives here and there, black and white versions of the busts. But the first PVC statue, which is Poison Ivy, that actually hits next week on the 14th.
Okay.
So after that, we're going to be cranking out a new bust to stores, a new statue to stores, pretty much on a semi-monthly basis.
Now, going out of DC for a little bit, you also got Ghostbusters. I grew up on Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. We're getting a third movie for Ghostbusters.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing with Ghostbusters?
We've been doing Ghostbusters stuff for a while, banks, mini meets, and we're actually bringing it back. I'm doing action figures. We're going to be 7-inch scale action figures, and each figure's going to come with.
I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They look great. I think they look great. We're getting a lot of positive reaction from the fan base, and each one is going to come with a section of the rooftop from the final battle scene. You'll need to collect 15 figures to build that rooftop. It's a gigantic diorama. It's like tabletop size. Wow. So it's a multi-year, at least 2 years worth of releases planned that we've got, and hopefully everybody has the patience to see it through to the end, because it's a pretty impressive piece when all is said and done.
Let's go to Marvel. You guys got some Marvel stuff going on. What can we expect to see for the Marvel license?
Well, we're going to be continuing with our Marvel Select series, our 7-inch action figures, very popular line. We're going to be doing stuff for Cap 3. I can't show any of it yet, still top secret, but we're going to be doing that. Mini-mates as well, our 2-inch block figures, so we'll have Cap 3, but also we got some cool comic stuff planned for both lines. We got a whole assortment of Deadpool mini-mates that's going to be coming out early next year.
John from Sideshow. So right now we're in front of, the Joker and Batman. Tell us a little bit about your DC stuff.
This Joker is absolutely insane. It's about 29 different materials to make this Joker, and if I pulled up his leg, I could reveal that he even has socks.
Okay.
We went down to Warner Brothers studio and went through the clothing hand by hand and just went over it and looked at everything. Batman, all these little bits of carbon fiber are textured on the backside to give that kind of realistic look to them.
What about Marvel? I know there's a Deadpool over there. You got lots of cool Marvel stuff. What do we have going on with Marvel right now?
Marvel's all over the place. We're really getting back into Spider-Man. We got our 2 Spider-Man pieces over there, and if you notice, there's some pumpkin bombs on the base. Well, I mean, maybe that's an indication of what's to come, right?
Yeah, maybe a hobgoblin, maybe a green goblin. I don't know, there's lots of goblins.
Yeah, so you got to figure that out. You know, Deadpool, the movie's gonna come out. It's gonna be big. We got our Deadpool over there. Maybe we'll do some more stuff from there as well. So.
Very cool.
It's kind of stay tuned.
Well, that wraps up my list of things I personally think would be cool to get for any fanboy this Christmas season. But I want to thank the Lost Toys for letting us use their store, and also Diamond Select Toys, Mezco Toys, and Sideshow Collectibles for taking time out to talk to us about all your awesome products.